Hello. Yeah, haven't talked to you guys in a long time. Well, actually, I did, but I had to delete that because the sound sucked. So I'm trying a microphone and hopefully things go better. But from the first video, which I learned, this camera sucks, especially with color. Color's completely off. Um, but we're gonna do this anyway because I want to get this up. Um, so yeah, it's me, Kyla, from Kyla's Lab Yarns. Um, I'm sure if I call this a podcast, especially if I decide it's a knitting podcast, more people will follow. I'm pissing off kitties. Um, Run by an ADD person. So, who gets distracted because there's a cat underneath her computer right now, being adorable. Um, but yeah, so those of you who have been following my vlogs, school's done. So I finished my MFA in sculpture, and my thesis show went very well. Um, it was a great experience. Don't want to do it anytime soon again, but I do want to continue learning and growing. That's always important, and school's a great place for that to happen. This is an awesome mug. I got it with beer for like 10 bucks, and I use it for water because water is better. Um, anyway, so I've got some big Kyla's Lab news, but I think we'll do that first. So I've got a website, www.kylaslab.com. Right now it's under construction, but you can go and sign up for my mailing list where you can get coupons or coupons and updates on when I update Etsy. I will still continue to sell through Etsy until I see where I don't need to. But until that point, my website will be for colorways, so people can see my permanent colorways and non-permanent and my bases, so they can decide. So it'll make special orders easier. And it can also talk about the process and things like that on it as well. So that will be for my hand-dyed yarns and weavings and things like that, more the craft of my art. Talking about that, talking about bases, because that we're gonna, yeah, a smooth transition. I'm discontinuing about 5 right now. I may discontinue more. After the Houston Fiber Festival, I decided I just have too many options, and it's overwhelming. So, and these just don't seem to sell, where your good old merino sock yarn, it goes, especially your superwash. I've been getting requests for more DK and also cottons. So because I already sell fingering cotton, I might expand that to DK as well. I have a skein that I need to play with to see if I like it. I'm also looking for other cellulose fibers. Cellulose fibers aren't dyed as frequently by hand as wools are. Wools take dye like that. Cottons, they're not as, depends. It depends. It depends on the fiber and the dye and things like that. But I do have cotton, and when you live in Houston, where it's hot and humid and all the time, it's really nice. So I would like to expand that. That's also why I want to get rid of some. So in my sales section on Etsy, I've got a whole bunch of yarns up. My Silky Sheep yarn, my Rapunzel, that's the one. The Silky Sheep is 50% merino, 50% silk. My Rapunzel has gold starlina in it, so those little specks of gold. And I have my alpaca and merino base. That one I'm having a hard time getting, and it just hasn't been selling like to keep it around. I'd rather dye with other yarns. I love them, but I don't know. I don't want them anymore. My plush base, which is bulky. Super bulky is really popular right now, but not regular bulky. So, and then with the size of the skein, you usually need 2 for a project, and that gets really pricey fast. Where a sock skein, you can get a good size shawl out of. You can get a pair of socks, you can get quite a bit out of. What else? There's another one. Oh, and my lace weight. I bought a couple kilos of lace, dyed it up to see how it will go. Not really going, so it's gonna go. But those, you can always, if you want me to dye something in one of those, just let me know. I will happily get it, and it will cost my regular pricing, where these on discontinued are wholesale. So you are getting a mega deal. It's like 50% off. It's not going to get any cheaper. Some of the new colors that are out. This camera sucks with color, by the way. This is a self-striping rainbow, which is a lot prettier in person or when I use my good camera. This is Rainbow Bright, and it knits up like these. It's more rainbowy, and this kind of, you're losing some of the definitions between blues and purples and things. And then there's gray in between the dye repeat. So pretty even spacing on stripes. Some of my other stripes, they don't have even spacing purposefully. The ratio between stripes are different. This one's just pretty straightforward rainbow, which is always good. Can never have too many rainbow socks. This is one of my speckled gradients. So this is Autumn Walk, and it's similar to Autumn Woods, except came out a bit more red. When I redo this one, I will dye it a bit differently, because like I had a brain fart when I dyed this. Now I'm like, why didn't I do it this way? So anyway, but this has reds and greens and oranges, and then it goes to like a richer khaki tabby cat color to deep brown. And with my speckled gradients, the colors speckle and pixelate to each other, like across the entire skein. Here is another one. This is the last I have of this one right now until I dye more. The sun's kind of beating in quite a bit, so it's blowing out the color even more. So blues, purples, purpley brown, teal, and then it goes speckles into white, and then in the center here you have oranges and hot pinks and corals and yellows that speckle out towards the white, and so they speckle into each other, and the white is kind of where they transition a bit more. So super fun. Looks a lot better on Etsy. Go check it out. My mom wants this one. She wants to steal it. She wanted to steal a lot at the Fiber Festival because she sells her bags there. Alright, this one is Kawaii. And, sorry, I got distracted by my cat. So it is really hard to see on camera here. So this is hot pink. It has oranges and hot purple and lime green, and then it goes to blue, light blues, and turquoise and purple and different purples. So super kawaii colors. That's my rice. Hang on, I gotta pause. Yeah, so kawaii's like pretty unicorny like. So this one is my mom also wanted to steal. It's called Pox Upon My Rainbow, and it is a speckled gradient, but a different speckled gradient from those speckled gradients. So this one was done on a sock blank. So the yarn has that crinkled texture. I skein them and try and get that texture out. It's still there. You can see it. Anyway, so this one's a gray base that the speckles get more concentrated as it goes from one end of the skein to the other. So here they're like pretty sparse, and then it just gets more and more concentrated at the other end. And I used kind of cool primaries on it, so where they overlap they create a rainbow, because color theory. Yeah, this one's fun. So it's got blues, teals, lime greens, yellow, pink, purple, oranges, all the rainbow speckled and kind of pixelated together. It's fun. And then this guy is really hard to see because this camera does not capture. It doesn't capture. I'm trying to get it on the. Yeah, it just doesn't get neons well. So this is a bunch of neons in a stripe called Hang 10. Check it out. It's speckled stripes. Not speckled. Gradient stripe. So think of like a Noro type striping on a yarn. Check it out on Etsy. It'll be easier to see. It's like pastel and like, it reminds me of like hypercolor shirts and like neon Saved by the Bell, California. And it's called Hang 10 because of that. In other Kyla's Lab news, last bit, I just remembered, with the bases, I'm also planning on renaming the yarns. So yarns are going to be the same, but like merino sock, it's going to get a more exciting name following Kyla's Lab brand, which is kind of art experimentation coming together, creative building. So I'm thinking of a couple different options. One is like using the principles of design, the others using synonyms for creativity, and the others like referring to different art movements. I don't know. I need to figure it out soon. Moving on to works in progress, or whips. Whip it real good. Okay. So I've been working on the moon pie shawl for a while now, and these are my yarns, and I'm on the last section. It's gonna go here. This is the shawl. It's Moon Pie by S Knits. Yeah, S Knits B. So really fun shawl to make. Lots of different patterns to play with and try, and you get to switch colors. So I got to play with a bunch of colors. So the pink is Chibiusa from my Sailor Moon colorway. This is all on my merino sock. This gray, it's hard to see the neon speckles, is Magical Girl. The teal color is Tourmaline. So it's teal, white, gray, and some purple. The, yeah, I pulled apply, not too happy about that. The gray is Beautiful Muck, and then the red, orangey, yellow, white, it's a variegated, and it's called Granny. It's my one of my friends ship her and her husband's ship name, you know, like relationship name. I'm cool. So that's my mom. This is one of my mom's project bags that she makes and sells at the Fiber Fest with me. She's also in a shop called Heritage Spinning and Weaving in Michigan, in Lake Orion. It's spelled Lake Orion, but we like to pronounce it Lake Orion because we don't know how to pronounce things in Michigan, Midwest. So now I'm going to show you what I hauled, because I actually have some haul from the Fiber Festival, which it's nice to have a haul. And like, it's been nice to actually been able to knit on things again. I'm really excited to start weaving something. I have a couple ideas, quite a few ideas for weaving. Lots of ideas for weaving. I also want to make some artwork, and I also need to, like, you know, get my life back. That's been like the past couple months, like going to the doctors, eating and sleeping like a human being should. That's been nice. Playing way too many video games. Need to stop that. That's not good. Okay. I needed to get this adorable skein of the lights coming in pretty harsh right now. So this is a little mini skein on an it's so adorable. This, I traded a skein with Kim Marie's Knickknacks. We hit it off last year, and when I saw her this year at the Fiber Fest, we got all excited and exchanged. This is a skein I got from her this year. It's called Hippie Chick, and it looks like tie-dye. It's really fun. The skein I got from her last year is, sorry, I got my bag of like all my indie dyed goodies, because I need to make stuff with just not my yarns all the time. But at the same time, I need to make stuff with my yarn, so I have samples. Oh, where is it? Okay, this is the skein I got from her last year, so it's really similar, but it's like darker. This one's Area 51, and this one's Hippie Chick. And I love them both. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But it was really good to see her again this year. And then I exchanged a skein with Yarn Carnival. That's just getting blown out. Yeah, don't worry. All their links, they're going to be in the down description box thing. So this is Tropical, and this is not black. It is actually like a deep navy-ish, purple-ish color, and it's got hot pink and lime green, and it's gorgeous. And this skein kept like being like, Kyla, come get me, pick me up. And I'm like, love me. And I'm like, oh, okay, I will. And then she's like, yeah, let's exchange. And we exchanged magical yarn and had a good conversation. So, I'm part of the Purple Hair Club. So yeah, hair's purple. ADD time. So my hair, the bleach damaged it quite a bit, and it doesn't really hold permanent dye well anymore. So I'm waiting for my roots to grow out, and we've got this fun plummy purpley thing on the ends. So it's really pretty. I'm digging it. And it's like dark enough that it could be like a real color besides bright purple. So 2 yarns that I bought, I actually bought these by Naughty, or yeah, Naughty. Really beautiful colors, and this camera does not do them justice. A lot of cameras won't do them justice, actually. Really sweet dyer as well, and her booth was really inspiring. She just has one base and like her colors, and that's it, and a bunch of samples. And I'm like, you're a genius. So that was part of the reason for wanting, that inspiration helped me choose to discontinue a bunch of yarn bases, and I already had like that idea running around beforehand, and it just kind of confirmed it. So really beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous, saturated, rich colors. This yarn I bought from Shirley's booth. She owns the booth Thread and You. She does a lot of shows, so she may even do one of your local shows. This is by the Whimsical Wool Yarn Company. And this is their Sugar Skulls 2.0. So it's got, this is a bright orange, a deep fuchsia, teal, which I love my fuchsia and teal, purple where it meets black, and black, and then where the colors combine other colors like they do. So really fun. Got a lot of variegated yarns this year. My nose is itchy. Usually when I buy hand dyed, I buy variegated. But when I make stuff, I like to make stuff with plain yarn or tonal. Another dyer I exchanged with. This is Irish Girl Crafts, and this yarn is called Punk Rock, and it is what is labeled. I mean, it's lime green. It's got this weird funky orange where the lime green and the pink mix. It's got hot fuchsia, black, all kind of graffiti splattered together. I think I'm going to make I had an idea. I got excited. I think I'm going to make some like knee-high socks with this and dye up some coordinating yarn because we both I use the same base. Yeah, all dyers, we use the same yarns. In case you didn't know. Some of us have special ones that we get milled in Michigan. But you can always buy their yarn too. Anyway, buy my yarn. Really. I'm thinking I'll dye up like a coordinating color and do a Fair Isle sock because it's BFL and I always want to do socks with BFL because BFL wears really well for socks. Much better than merino. Yes. So longer fibers, usually they are coarser feeling, and the coarser fibers, so like mohair and BFL, Leicester, they're all going to wear a lot better for socks than merino. So if you want long-lasting socks, make sure that's in your fiber content. And the nylon. Nylon makes a big difference too. So let me just So, I got a Houston Fiber Fest bag. I got that for being a little goodie bag because I was an instructor. I taught color theory and helping people get over the fear of color. And they said they feel a lot better about it, which always makes me happy and inspired. So. Because too many people are afraid of color, and color is a magical thing. Ooh, these two look good together. No. Okay. Okay. So many yarns to play with. So yeah. Yeah, I just got a lot to do, but I don't have deadlines, which is nice for most of it. But I can pay better attention to Kyla's lab now, so hopefully I'll get a rhythm going so I can have some fresh stuff up at a more even spacing. I have some self-striping yarns that I need to finish preparing and dyeing. I wasn't able to get them done for the Fiber Festival, but they're still on my to-do list. I want to get some weavings done, some new bags and shawls and scarves up. I also want to weave some samples with my yarn, so people who have looms can be like, wait a second, I can use knitting yarns for weaving. And it's like, yes, you can. They're just stretchier and compress more. The more you know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Water's delicious. My cats had a harrowing day. They had to go to the vet. That was traumatizing. They got 2 shots in the butt. They got bit in the butt twice. Jack is still like worn out from it. Moonshadow, she's a lot better about it. So yeah. I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully soon, hopefully more frequently as well. So that way I'm not, you know, taking 5 out. It's like, oh wait, yeah, stuff. Yeah. Not a year off. And hopefully this mic works. We'll find out. Hopefully it's not too quiet. So, all right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.